Prediction number 3. The first year-over-year decline in the median home price in about a decade, but no prediction of a mass wave of foreclosures, which people who like to engage hyperbole with no data like to predict. But this decrease is pretty significant. It's about a 4% decline in the median home price, which will take us down to an average home price of about $368,000. But Redfin is like, it's only a 4% decline because there's so many people that just aren't going to sell their home due to the aforementioned lock-in effect, and therefore there's going to be less inventory on the market. But let's break it down by quarter, right? So Redfin thinks in Q1, home prices will decline about 2%. In Q2 to Q3, they think home prices will decline about 5%. And then in Q4, home prices will be down about 3%. So down, they're kind of doing like a U like that into 2024. There wasn't like a worst case scenario they predicted, but they said their best case scenario is that home prices will stay basically flat. So why the no foreclosures? Because it's still a lot cheaper if you owned a home or purchased a home prior to 2022 than if you tried to purchase a home now, right? And so homeowners still have equity in their property if they purchase like in 2021. And also there's not going to be high unemployment. So high unemployment typically is what drives foreclosures and people not being able to pay their mortgage because they don't have a job, obviously, and people not wanting to buy homes. Here's a cool stat, and I guess cool depending like what side of the coin you're on, but in 2023, if you buy a home compared to 2019, it's going to be about 63% more expensive when you factor in like rates, home prices, inflation, etc. So anybody that owns a home now, they're most likely going to do whatever they can to stay in their home. And even if they are struggling a little bit, to continue paying that mortgage, because it's like pay the mortgage from 2020 or pay whatever mortgage rates, home prices you would in the future, right? Because homes, historically, homes just go like this. You know, you may see, like, and I'm pointing up for the people on the podcast, but you may see home prices go up, down, up, down, up, down, but they go up more than they go down, which is why home prices go up. And for perspective, wages during that time frame from 2019 to 2023, obviously we're not 2023, this is a prediction, but they've only increased about 27%. Prediction number 4, having said all that, they think home prices will be pretty steady in the Midwest and the Northeast. So they listed 10 top markets. I'm going to read you a couple of them. So number 1 was Lake County, Illinois. I know I say Illinois with S. Number 2, Chicago. Number 3, Milwaukee. Number 8, Pittsburgh. And rounding out the top 10, Hartford, Connecticut. Prediction number 5, good news for renters. Year over year, rents will decline. You may even see some like move-in perks from your prospective landlord. And so what's the reason for that? It's because like production typically follows what's happening in the real world. So like builders see that, oh, there's a high demand for single family homes. There's a high demand for rental properties. They start building, they start building, they start building. And then eventually they catch up with the demand. But they can't time when the demand stops. And so if you've built an apartment building, 60% and demand is kind of going down, you're still going to finish building out that apartment building, right? And so there's going to be more supply of multifamily commercial properties. So we're talking about like apartment buildings, not like 4-unit properties. So there's going to be higher supply of rental properties. And also we talked about the lock-in effect previously. There's going to be more people that just decide to, hey, I want to rent my house instead of selling it, because once again, I don't want to get rid of that good interest rate. So a little good bit of good news for folks that are deciding whether to buy or rent and are just deciding, hey, I want to sit on the sidelines and figure out what's going on with the housing market. And in the previous episode, I did a deep dive into where the rental market may be going in 2023. So feel free to check that out wherever you're listening. These next 6 predictions I'm going to run through pretty quickly. Once again, the link to the article is in the description if you want more details on that. Number 6, builders will focus more on multifamily rentals. Once again, multifamily properties are commercial apartment buildings, not 4, 3, or 2-unit properties. Number 7, investor activity will decrease. They think it'll be down about 25%. More expensive to borrow money for investors, and they're trying to buy low and sell high, right? And they don't know what's going on with the market. Number 8, Gen Zers will seek jobs in more affordable cities. You a Gen Zer, let me know down below if that is the case. But that kind of makes sense with the more work from home environment. Number 9, in direct contrast to number 8, but they'll think there'll be less migration overall, where people are trying to, hey, I'm in San Francisco, I want to go back home to Iowa, Iowa, and live back home in a much cheaper market. Number 10, rising disaster insurance will lead to climate risk houses being more expensive. So that's like, hey, beachfront property will be more expensive because insurance will be more. Okay, I guess you can read about that in the article. And number 11, more cities will move to what Milwaukee did, which is ban single family only zoning within their location. So basically meaning that, hey, you can't say you can only build single family properties because that's making land more expensive. That's what's making homes more expensive, because if you got a 4,000 square foot lot and you build one house on it, or you build four houses on it, right? It's cheaper for people to live if there are more houses on that same piece of land. So those are the 11 predictions from Redfin in 2023. It's a good article. If you want me to see me break down anything else, let me know. I'm in Dallas, but if you need help buying, selling, or figuring out what to do in any market, I can either help you or connect you with a vetted person that can help you as well. So reach out to me. My contact information is down below. As always, buy land. Rumor has it they're not making any more of it.